Surrender was released in 1987, directed by Jerry Belson, written by Belson, with an amazing cast, including Michael Caine, Sally Field, Steve Guttenberg, and Peter Boyle. And this is about a character called Sean, who is a successful writer, a wealthy author, and he meets Daisy. And he tells Daisy that he's broke. And this is because he wants to meet somebody and date somebody, and that way, if they fall in love, he'll know that it's not for his money. And there are several questions. Will she fall in love with him? Are they destined to be together? And if and when she finds out about his money, how is she going to react? Will she be feeling deceived? Will she be overjoyed that she's dating somebody with money? I didn't know. I had no idea what direction it was going to take. And for me, that was part of the fun of trying to find out. But at the same time, I didn't find the narrative that interesting. I was looking forward to the destination. I was keen to see ultimately what would happen. But the journey to get there, I feel like was more character driven rather than driven by the narrative, which is fine. There are many strong character driven films. But I kind of found Sean and Daisy to be kind of boring. Not badly written necessarily, the performances certainly weren't bad, and I thought they worked together really well on screen, Michael Caine and Sally Field. But I just found the characters to be a little bit dull, so with it being character driven, in my opinion, the narrative not being that interesting, and the characters not being that interesting, I found it to be just kind of a bland experience. I wasn't bored necessarily, but I think that's largely because it has such a strong cast and I enjoyed watching the performances, even if I wasn't enjoying the characters of the story that much. So if it were a cast of actors I'd never heard of and there wasn't that appeal, I probably wouldn't have liked it very much. I think it had a lot of potential, and I just don't think it delivered. The comedy aspect wasn't that strong. I'd say the characters are certainly likable, but not that interesting. And by that I mean I wanted the best for them, but I wasn't that interested in the journey to get there. But again, I was still curious to find out what would happen and if and when information would be revealed. So it's not amazing, but it's not a terrible experience either. Solid cast, good idea, I guess reasonably well executed story in the sense that everything makes sense and the pacing's not too bad. It's just not that interesting. Same with the characters. They're quite likable, but likable doesn't always mean interesting. So I wanted the best for them. Wasn't sure what would happen. I guess I came away from it feeling reasonably satisfied. I wasn't tremendously bored, but it certainly didn't meet my expectations. That being said, if it sounds like a film for you, maybe check out Surrender. You might enjoy it more than I did.